It's the home opener at MetLife Stadium, and that means it's a game between the Ravens and Giants. It's a Super Bowl 58 rematch, a game the Ravens won 58-55. The Giants entered today. They won 45-28 against the Titans in Week 1, running all over the place. Barkley had 158 yards and a touchdown. The Ravens, disappointing start to the year. 42-14 loss against Chiefs in their home opener, raising the banner as welcome back to the Madden 23 franchise. This is the game we had circled from the beginning, and it's, Super Bowl 58 rematch, one of the greatest games you will ever see, and now we get to see them again. It's the same quarterbacks. These teams have improved. Well, for the Ravens, it hasn't started out great. It's a bit of a Super Bowl hangover, but it's still probably going to be a great game as Jonathan Cummings and this Giants offense has gotten off to a hot start again despite turning it over 6 times, still scoring 45 points. And the Ravens, the Chiefs happened. The Chiefs are still really good, so not much to say about that as Sunday night football, Ravens, Giants. We got color rush jerseys, the throwback jerseys, as the Giants look to head to 2-0 for the 3rd straight year. And the Ravens look to not go to 0-2, because if you go 0-2, you're likely not making the playoffs. Well, the Giants for certain have won the coin toss, and they will defer to the second half. So Lamar Jackson will get the football first. Joey Sly will kick us away. And here we go! Week 2 is underway, and Boyd from the goal line will take it out across the 15 and make it across the 20. But not much further as out comes Lamar. And 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a 105.1 passer rating in the loss, but still not a really good offensive production. You can see bottom 5 and everything, and it's pretty much the same. They brought in Jack Conklin, a Pro Bowler from Cleveland. They brought in Odell Beckham Jr., who was a free agent, but a lot of the same on this team. And rightfully so. I mean, they won the Super Bowl. Can't really change much. It's from the 21. They'll start in the pistol. They were really run heavy in the Super Bowl. And they'll start outside. That's A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon makes a cut, makes another miss. A.J. Dillon's still going all the way to the 38 in the gain of 17 to start the game. The Giants defense up and down to start the year, but only held the Titans to 28 points. They let Derrick Henry run for a lot on them, and if that A.J. Dillon carry is a sign of things to come, it's not going to go well tonight either. Ravens are really good at running. They didn't show it last week, but they were down a lot of that game. Jackson will throw the flat, intercepted, intended for Duvernay. That's Aaron Robertson with Beckham chasing, and that's going to be a pick 6 touchdown. Giants, what a start to set the tone. His 2nd career score. He had 1 in the opening season of the series, and in a flash, the Giants 7-0 lead. What a start as the Ravens take over 2nd and 10. And after the pick 6, give it to Isaiah Spiller, the former Charger. Splits time with Dillon, and there he goes. Tackled by McKinney. That was a touchdown-saving tackle, but he has 17. So that's 2 carries for 24 yards. 2nd and 13 now from the 31. And Jackson. Pressure. Down he goes. That's Thibodeau. His 3rd sack of the year. He had 2 in the game against Tennessee last week, and he has been a presence early on this year. 3rd and 20. And the shotgun from the 24. They need the 45. 4-man rush. Pressure on Jackson. Checks it down. His first completion of the day. And Andrews to the 35. Gain of 11 and a punch. And out comes the Giants offense. Jonathan Cummings, 394 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, as well as 2 fumbles. 5 total touchdowns, 5 turnovers. That's been the experience. I mean, here's the offense. We talked about Bradley Johnson. Bernie Downing was not much of the big part of the game plan against Tennessee. We'll see how his role shakes out, but it took a while, but the offense exploded in the second half last week. From the 19, outside they go. Barkley is met in the backfield. He lost 4. Here's the Ravens defense, about bottom 5 and everything. They drafted Enrique Almas and brought in Frank Clark. They brought in Trayvon Diggs, who led the NFL in interceptions. Rashad Fenton led the AFC in interceptions last year. From the 15 on 2nd and 14. Play action. And Cummings, the floater. And that's a hospital pass to Bellinger. Trayvon Diggs, the coverage, 3rd and 14. Empty set, 4 receivers out there. And he'll throw. Pressure by Matabuke. It's underneath to Galladay. And it's a 3-and-out for the Giants. So their first possession goes nowhere, but they still lead by 7. 2nd and 7 for the Ravens. From the 34, 5 minutes into this game, and Jackson, pressure, sacked by Thibodeau again. His second straight game with 2 sacks, and it's 3rd and 13. I mean, this defense is incredible. 4 receiver set from the 28. They need the 42. And Ojulari coming in, incomplete. Jackson had to throw it away. Giants take over 3rd and 4 from the 28, and they give it to Barkley up the middle. Saquon Barkley has a big hole, and Barkley takes it to the 42. So now first down, halfway to this first quarter. Giants lead by 7 from the 42. Time underneath. Bellinger to midfield. He has 9. 2nd and 1. Play action. Blitz picked up on the outside. It is caught to the sideline. That is Bellinger. Another gain of 10. Starting to slowly move the ball downfield. 3rd and 2. And a keeper. The flip. Barkley has it with ease. Tackled by Humphrey to the 26. 5 for 23 start. 1st and 10 approaching the red zone. And a keeper. A block by Neal. And a great tackle by Ojabo, who splits time with Frank Clark. 2nd and 3. Give it to Barkley up the middle and inside the 15 down to the 13. So first down. And the shotgun. Corbin is in at running back. Barkley takes a breather. Cummings has time. End zone. Open! Touchdown! Bernie Downing, his first career score. He found his way wide open, and the Giants increase the lead. They have their first offensive touchdown of the game. And they go right down the field to score. Bernie Downing, the 4th-round pick. Joey Sly, the extra points. And 7 points for 2 new Giants. 11 plays, 80 yards. 5:43 off the clock. Ravens take over 2nd and 11. From the 15. And Jackson sets up the screen. And Spiller has space, breaks a tackle, and tackled by Thibodeau. And that was White. 3rd and 2. And the pistol. And they give it to Dillon. Dillon is met by Love. What a tackle! 3 and out Baltimore. And the Giants take back over, up by 14 with a minute to play. And Cummings will throw on 2nd and 9. Underneath, he's got McLaurin. Turns the corner and has a first near the 45. 6 for 7 start to this day. Final play, perhaps. And they'll keep it on the ground. Keeper. An attempted block by Bellinger, and Cummings for 8. Second quarter begins. 2nd and 2. From the 47. And on the outside, Bernie Downing. Pass it to the 44. 2nd and 8. And from the 42. And Cummings will throw. Pressure. Now on the run. Will slide. He has 7. So it's 3rd and 1. Every drive compared to last week is a lot longer. Give it to Blasingame. Up the middle, he has the first. And the drive stays alive. First down from the 33. And another keeper gets away. Jonathan Cummings has a block and runs into Downing and falls down at the 22. Now 3rd and 7. Now in the red zone. They converted their first trip into a touchdown. He'll throw. Blitz is sent. Floater to Barkley. Broken up by Wagner. And they'll kick with Sly, who's already made 8 extra points through 5 quarters. And now is 2 for 2 on field goals as the 37-yarder is up and good. Ravens take over, 2nd and 13. From the 22. They've gone 3 and out in 3 straight possessions. Pressure. Jackson on the run. Lamar Jackson turns the corner and has 10. 3rd and 3. 2 tight ends and a fullback in there. And to give to Dillon. Met by Boss. Carries the pile for the first. So 1st and 10. They finally get that first down. From the 37, 3 tight ends in there. Give it to Dillon. Finds some crease. And there he goes. A.J. Dillon tackled by Love into Giants territory. They're still in this game. Only down 17. 3rd and 7. Halfway in the second quarter. From the 45, they need the 37. Jackson. Pressure. Deep shot. Bateman. Intercepted. Picked up by Adoree Jackson. And Jackson's up the sideline. Across the 40. And Stanley has the angle and out of bounds at the 46 of Baltimore. The second straight game with a pick. And the Giants another takeaway. This defense, I mean, As we take a look at Cummings' first 10 pass attempts, he made 8 in a row before that incompletion of Barkley. It's night and day from the Super Bowl, where the Baltimore Ravens moved the ball up and down the field at will. 1st and 10, play action. Over the middle, wide open. Ridley, down to the 25. Gain of 21, 3rd and 4. They can get it first at the 15. Blitz, wide open, with a block by Downing. Barkley has the first down. They set up a little mini screen. It's now in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 12. Sending for Baltimore. And Cummings is dropped by Madden. That is his 10th career sack. He had 2.5 last year, and Baltimore finally gets home. Makes it 2nd and 15 at the 17. And flipping it to Downing, his 3rd catch of the afternoon, and he's going to lose about 3. So it's 3rd and 17. They can get a first at the 2. As Cummings will throw. Only a 3-man pass rush. He'll have his time. Fires. End zone almost intercepted by Hamilton. Intended for McLaurin. And here's Sly, who made from 37. This is from 36 on its way, and it's 20-0 with 3:30 to play. Ravens take over 3rd and 9. Not really been able to move the ball at all. Being shut out so far. Under pressure, down he goes. And that is Ojulari. He almost got home earlier today, and this time he does. As the Giants take over 3rd and 8 as we've reached the 2-minute warning of this first half, which is flown by. 4 receivers set. Empty backfield. Taking the play clock down. Blitz is picked up for the middle. Incomplete, intended for Downing. Ravens have a chance at a 2-minute drive now, starting from the 16. 1:48 to play. And they'll start with a screen. Spiller breaks a tackle of Kendricks. Spiller up ahead for about 7. They'll hurry the rest of the half. Over the middle. It's caught. That's Odell. And down to the 39. They'll hurry again. Jackson. Pass number 11 is caught by Andrews into Giants territory. They'll call it timeout as we'll take a look at Lamar's first 10 pass attempts, which does not include the one to Andrews. He's now made 3 in a row. Of course, the 2 interceptions, 5 for 10, 44 yards, 2 picks. It's been a rough going to start today against the team he beat in the Super Bowl and won Super Bowl MVP against. 61 seconds remain from the 34. 2 timeouts for Baltimore. 3 receivers set. Quick pass is caught by Duvernay. And timeouts. One of the interceptions was targeting Duvernay. 3rd and 5. They can get a first at the 24. Jackson pressure. Open! And Bateman shoves off Love for the touchdown. Baltimore. It's his first of the year. He has his 8th career touchdown. And they finally get something on the board. Here's Tucker. And it's now 20-7. As you know, Tucker's never going to miss those. And a great drive. It's on the half. Giants do nothing with the ball. We come to halftime, and the Giants with a commanding 20-7 lead, and it's been all defense and not really the offense. They have struggled to move the ball. Only 13 points of offense to show for a half of football. And mind you, they had 31 in the first half of the Super Bowl. Here's the Ravens' first half tendency. Threw it short a third of the time, completed just under 2/3 of the passes, and for the New York Football Giants, their first half tendency on offense, threw it short just under 38% of the time, but they completed 90% of those passes. We'll see their offense first in the second half, and Tucker will boot it away. And Gerald Payne will let that go. And we'll take a look at the first half drives. You can see 2 5-minute drives. The other field goal drive was 3.5 minutes. And, of course, 3 3-and-outs in that first half, but all in all, a really good start to that game. 3 scoring drives and then a score on defense from the 25. Play action to start us out. Blitz is sent. Over the middle, wide open is Ridley. And a quick 22 to start the half. First down at the 47. And keeper. And on the outside, slides with about 10. And 2nd and inches from the 44 in Baltimore territory now. And the check down, that is Barkley, makes a cut, and Barkley to the 36. Now 2nd and 10. Trying to move the ball pretty much at will. Blitz is picked up. Cummings tries to step up in the pocket, and Wagner reads it and brings him down. He had half a sack last year with the Rams, now 3rd and 11. Can give reverse at the 25 on the outskirts of field goal range, and now they're out of it. Ojabo with the sack, his second career sack. And they'll have to punt on the opening drive. They punted on both opening drives. Here's Baltimore's first half drives. The pick six that started, then 3 straight 3-and-outs. The 7-play interception drive, another 3-and-outs. And then the touchdown to end the half. And they got to get back to probably the no huddle. That worked really well against the Giants from the 22. Is where they'll begin, and they'll start with a handoff to Dillon. And Dillon, tackled by Kendricks, has about 6. 2nd and 4. Jackson's been sacked 3 times today, as perhaps being ready for it, they jump off sides. And they'll push him back 5. So now it's 3rd and 8 on this opening series of the half from the 24. And Jackson, check it down. It is Spiller, forced out by Belton, short of the line, and it's a 3-and-out. So the Giants take over 3rd and 2. 2 tight ends and a fullback in there. Play action. Cummings the quick release. He has Blassingame. And Blassingame still fighting. Oh my goodness, look at the effort. Across the 30 or 45 into the 46 he goes. Now 3rd and 7. From the 49. Pressure up the middle. That ball's out. And it's picked up by Almas. The rookie linebacker still has it going into Giants territory. And that was Michael Pierce who forced it. First forced fumble since 2022. And the Ravens, halfway in the 3rd quarter, have a chance to make it a 1-score game. 3rd and 8 from the 46. Giants press the receivers. 4-man blitz is sent. On the outside, it's dropped by Duvernay. And they're going to try the field goal. Tucker, as you can imagine, perfect since 2023. This is from 63, however, with the wind at his back, on its way, and it hooks through. It's good. It's 20-10. Giants take over with under 5 to play. 3rd and 4. Need the 35. Quick release. Barkley has it. First down, tackle by Owe. So now 3rd and 8. And again, a lot of 3rd downs. Cummings, blitz, unblocked, quick release. He's got McLaurin, drags Williams for the first to midfield. He only has 7 incomplete passes today. 1st and 10, 3 tight ends. Off the middle of Barkley, bounces it outside. Saquon Barkley has the speed, makes a cut, and takes it to the 36. Now under a minute to play, 3rd and 3. They need the 26. Give it to Barkley, has it with ease. Jogs to the 23. And that'll take us to the 4th quarter with a 2nd and 6 from the 19. With 2 tight ends. And they give it to Barkley up the middle. A block by Spellman and another first to the 13. So 1st down. Becoming a very long drive. They go outside with Barkley. A block attempted and down to the 10. 2nd and 7 from the 10-yard line. Barkley, middle, Barkley! He is just short to the 4, and it's 3rd down. And 1 at the 4-yard line. Cummings will throw, flip it, wide open, touchdown Giants! And that is Daniel Bellinger's first of the year. And his career touchdown number 8 after having 2 last year. The Giants perhaps put a dagger in this one. Sly's kick is up and good. And that was in a 15-play, 7.5-minute drive to go 76 yards. Cummings made every pass, by the way. Ravens take over, 2nd and 11 from the 24. Down by 17 in the 4th quarter. 12.5 to play. Quick release, he's got Bateman. Turns up field, and Bateman to the 40. Gain of about 16, 2nd and 10. They have to go on a quick drive now, or else the game's over. On the outside, it's caught. The check down to Spiller. Kendricks misses another tackle. And another gain of 12. 1st down at the 48. In Giants territory, quick release. Andrews turns around Kendricks. And to the 37. So 1st down. Now moving the ball really well. 3-man rush. Jackson has time, checks it down. That's Andrews out of bounds at the 29. So 2nd and 2. Spiller in there. Just about 10 to play. And sets up the screen. He has blockers in front. A pancake. And about another 6, a first down. Inside the 25 now. First down. Jackson on the run, checks it down. That is A.J. Dillon back in, takes it to the 15. Now it's 3rd and 2. This is becoming a long drive by the Ravens themselves. The 14. Trying to set up the screen. It is caught in the air by Spiller. He's not going to get there. Thibodeau forces the 4th down. And they're going to kick with Tucker halfway in the 4th quarter. This will make it a 2-score game, but the Giants move the ball at all next drive. This one's over as the kick is up and good. That's shocking considering they won the Super Bowl on being aggressive on 4th downs. As the Giants take over, 2nd and 6, give it to Barkley up the middle. Oh, what an effort! Saquon Barkley! All the way to the 44. So first down. They're going to try to take as much time as possible. Barkley, middle. Barkley in the Baltimore territory, the 46. And now they're in field goal range for Sly, who has a really big leg. 3rd and 9, by the way. Cummings fires, caught. Bellinger is short, and they're going to opt to go for it on 4th and 1. They've learned their lesson from Baltimore. They're going to be aggressive and try to win the game right here, right now. Blasting game, the fullback dive, lowers the shoulder, has the first. So 2nd and 10, trying to work as much clock as possible after a drop by Ridley. Give it to Barkley with a block by Johnson. And Barkley chewing 3 yardage, and this game might be over unless the Ravens can get a turnover. First down. Give it to Barkley. Saquon Barkley still fighting all the way to the 13. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Delayed give to Barkley. And a tackle by Matabuke. So the 2-minute warning is 3rd and inches. Big spot here for Ravens defense, and they can't get the stop. Barkley to the 6. Baltimore uses that first timeout. So it's 1st and goal. From the 6. Give it to Barkley. Picking and choosing Matabuke to tackle at the 4. Timeout Baltimore. 2nd and goal. Blitz is sent. Barkley again tackled by Almas in their final timeouts. 3rd and goal. I mean, they need to stop again. Cummings wide open. Barkley, touchdown Giants, and that will do it. Another back-breaking drive. His 2nd straight game with a receiving score. He now has more receiving touchdowns than rushing touchdowns. As the Giants march right down the field, the Ravens realistically don't get the ball back. You make this a game. That's a 15-play, 6-minute drive to end the game, and the Giants hold on to win. They beat the team that beat them in the Super Bowl. It's 34-13 is your final, and what a way to start 2-0 by going against 2 playoff teams. So that was a really good game by us. I mean, the team that beat us in the Super Bowl, Baltimore Ravens, they put up 58 on us, and we held them to 13. We actually almost outscored them by our defense. We scored 7 on defense. We got 2 turnovers on Lamar, 2 interceptions, one by Robinson, which was the pick 6, one by Adoree Jackson. And then, of course, the offense was actually quite disappointing. I mean, still 368 yards, 26 first downs, but wasn't their normal offensive output. They only scored 27 points, which is far below what their usual is. They're closer to 40 points a game. As Jonathan Cummings, 193 yards, but 3 touchdowns, 52 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley, 131 on the ground, salvaged 4.2 a carry somehow. He was like around 3 for most of this game, and then the receiving touchdown to seal it, and of course Robinson, the tackle for loss, pass deflection, and the 49-yard pick 6. And on Baltimore's side, Lamar, 205 yards of touchdown, about 2 interceptions, and usually don't include this if it's not a lot of rushing yards, but we held him to 7 rushing yards. And that means, we held him to -7 early on in the 2nd quarter, and Mark Andrews, he had 91 yards, so a lot of that garbage time. Bobby Wagner, tackle for loss and a sack. Not really much on the defense, as we dominated them, and this is what you want to see from a true Super Bowl contender, dominated winnings against playoff football teams. I mean, obviously, Baltimore now 0-2, probably not going to make the playoffs, as, usually that's how the season is decided. The first 2 weeks of a season say a lot about how how your season's going to play out. As we go on to upgrades, Thibodeau up to an 89, Ojulari up to an 84, and Bradley Johnson already up to a 72. And now on to games across the league. Let's start in Philadelphia as the Falcons play the Eagles. We'll start with Armstrong, who checks it down to Burton, who loses the ball. Rashaan Evans forces it. He also picks it up. Falcons add a field goal, 3-0 lead. Take it next drive for the Eagles. And Armstrong on a 3rd and 9 finds Miles Sanders, 16 yards. They end a field goal. This game is tied at 3. And now the next drive for the Falcons. This is their first real drive of the game. And Justin Herbert, remember, he's starting now. Takes a deep shot. A flag is down. That would have been defensive pass interference on Jones, but Drake London, 75 yards, and the Falcons now lead by 7. It's 10-3. How about that? We take it later on second quarter. Armstrong in the red zone, flips it and finds Dallas Goedert for 10 yards, and this game is tied at 10. We take it next drive for the Falcons, and Tony Pollard is on this team, and Pollard goes all the way for 17. The Falcons retake the lead. It's now 13-10. We take it to the later on the second quarter, and Pollard on a 3rd and 1 breaks a tackle and 13 yards, and they have a 2-score lead, largest lead of the day, 20-10. Next play, Miles Sanders finds a crease, and Miles Sanders has 16. It's a 1-score game again, 20-13. We take it to the second half, and we'll start the Falcons having the ball on their first drive, 3rd and 11. Justin Herbert with a prayer to Drake London. He has 20 yards, and it's now 23-13. Falcons back up by 10. Next Falcons drive, Justin Herbert finds Nakobe Dean. He's intercepted, and the Eagles make it a 1-score game again. It's 23-16. Next Falcons drive, and it's Tony Pollard, and finds another crease, this time for 14 yards. Another 2-score lead for the Falcons, 26-16. Now we take it to the fourth quarter. Next Falcons drive, Justin Herbert on a 3rd and 7 gets jumped and intercepted. That is Sidney Jones, and Sidney Jones runs it back for about 16 to midfield. And it's a 1-score game again, 26-19. Now we take it to the final few minutes of this game, and Justin Herbert, remember this trade? Kadarius Toney, the touchdown, 5 yards, 33-19 is the score. Eagles turn it over on downs. One last drive, one last prayer for Herbert to heave it to the end zone for whatever reason. Kadarius Toney, 40-19. Falcons win it. How about that by Toney? 2 touchdowns. To Dallas we go. We'll start opening drive. Brad Bolden takes the shot and finds DJ Chark, 33 yards. Lions now in front, 3-0. We take it to the opening drive for the Cowboys. As Dak Prescott finds Dalton Schultz. How about this effort for 12 yards? And this game is tied at 3. We take it all the way to the second quarter. This game is going by very slowly, not a lot of offense. 3rd and 5, Dak Prescott heaves up one for Leonard Beachum. Goes for 20 yards, and the Cowboys now lead 6-3. We take it to the 4-minute drill now. 3:30 to play. 3rd and 9 for Dak. With a flag in the backfield, Dalton Schultz picks up 7, but if you have a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty, about 22 yards, Cowboys now lead by 6. Take it 12 seconds, no timeouts. Dak Prescott finds Amari Baskerville, 5-yard score, 16-3 is the halftime lead. Now we take an opening drive of the second half, and Dak Prescott heaves it deep, and with a flag down, it's caught anyway by Gallup, 42 yards, 19-3 lead. Next drive for Dallas. Dak Prescott throws a pick, and not only is it a pick, it's a pick 6. Tracy Walker, 30-yard pick 6. They go for 2 and can't get it. 9-19 lead for the Dallas Cowboys. Next drive for Dallas. Dak Prescott stands in and finds, that is Kerry Snead, a rookie safety. Takes it back for about 12. They had a field goal, 19-12 lead. Now we take a fourth quarter. Dallas trying to milk clock, and Brian Mason, the fullback, goes in for the touchdown. 26-12 is now the lead. Next drive for Dallas. Dak Prescott gonna float it deep. He has Amari Baskerville, 33 yards, 29-12 lead. They can't really find the end zone, but they can move the ball pretty well. Next drive, Zeke up the middle, and Ezekiel Elliott for 13. 32-12 is the lead. And now last drive for Detroit for Pride. Bolden. Parsons forces the fumble. It's picked up by the rookie Bob Lamberts. Takes it for the touchdown. Cowboys win it 39-12. And now finally to Washington as the Vikings play the Commanders. We'll start with Teddy Bridgewater on the opening drive. Throws all the way across the body, and he finds Juwan Jennings, the former Niner, for 25 yards. Vikings now lead by 3. We take it to the end of the first quarter, and Commanders have the ball, and their first touchdown of the year. Darrell Henderson, a 2-yard score. 7-3 lead for Commanders. We take it next drive in the second quarter, and this is not just flipped video. It's another 2-yard score by Henderson. 14-3 lead for the Commanders. Next drive, Teddy Bridgewater on a 3rd and 8. He hucks up a prayer. It's knocked in the air and somehow caught by Jefferson, who's going to take it the distance, 77 yards. And it's a one-score game, 14-10. Next Minnesota drive on a 3rd and 10. Teddy Bridgewater. Here's another free agent signing for them, Darren Waller. 10 yards, and it's now a 13-14 lead at half. We take a third quarter opening drive for the Vikings. And Teddy Bridgewater has all day and finds, that is Justin Jefferson. The 7-yard score. They go for 2 and can't get it. 19-14. Take it later on in the third quarter. And Darrell Henderson for the 3rd time today. 4-yard score. They go for 2 and can't get it either. It's 20-19. Take a fourth quarter. Next Washington drive. And Daniel Jones hugs up what looks like a punt. And he finds Quintus Cephas, 53 yards. 2-score lead. It's 19-27. Next drive. On a 3rd and 3. Teddy Bridgewater finds Darren Waller. Turns the corner. Gets 17. They add a field goal. Now 22-17. We take it to the final play of the game. Minnesota trying to go on a game-winning drive on 4th and goal from the 23 after 3 straight sacks. Justin Jefferson can't hold on. Brandon Beans breaks up the pass. Commanders win it 27-22. And on the rest of the games on Thursday Night Football, the Broncos beat the Patriots 24-21. On the Sunday slate of games, the Buccaneers beat the Cardinals. The Jets blow out the Texans. The Dolphins beat the Jaguars. The Rams beat the Bears. The Bengals beat the Bills. The Niners blow out the Packers. The Steelers blow out the Browns. The Raiders beat the Chargers. The Titans blow out the Colts. The Saints beat the Chiefs. And on Monday night, the Panthers beat the Seahawks 31-21. And now into the standings in the AFC North. The Steelers and Bengals both 2-0. In the South, the Colts and Titans both 1-1. In the East, the Dolphins and Jets 2-0. And in the West, Broncos 2-0. In the NFC, Packers and Bears 1-1. In the South, the Falcons 2-0. In the East, us and the Cowboys are 2-0. And in the West, the Rams are 2-0. On to Players of the Week. On offense, in the AFC, it's Zach Wilson, 356 yards, 5 touchdowns in the win at Houston. And in the NFC, surely there was someone more deserving, but Teddy Bridgewater, 417 yards, 2 touchdowns, a couple interceptions, and 59 rushing yards in the loss at Washington. And the NFC, Jacob Martin of the Las Vegas Raiders, 6 tackles, 3 sacks in the win against LA. And in the NFC, Matt Barton, and look at these numbers, 13 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. He had a full season worth of sacks in one game against Minnesota. So, that is just remarkable. On to leaders and passing. Justin Herbert, 913 yards. Zach Wilson, 9 touchdowns. Cody Burns up to 5 interceptions. For rushing, Saquon Barkley, 89 yards. He's down the lead. 4 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor and the rookie Garrison Muldrow. And 16 broken tackles for Derrick Henry. Receiving, Drake London up to 300. Van Jefferson and DJ Moore up to 4 touchdowns. And Brian Edwards up to 114 after the catch. Wrapping things up with defense, Leighton Vander Esch and Enrique Almas, 27 tackles. Matt Barton, 8.5 sacks ahead of John Sweat, who has 5. And Dante Jackson and Ambry Thomas and Sauce Gardner with 3 interceptions. Week 3 NFL action kicks off with Thursday Night Football between the Buccaneers and Falcons. The Sunday slate games kicks off with Commanders, Texans, Eagles, Colts, Browns, Bengals, Cowboys, Jags, Chiefs, Dolphins, Lions, Vikings, Bears, Titans, Raiders, Steelers, Jets, Cardinals, Patriots, Seahawks, Panthers, Chargers, Rams, Niners, Baltimore Ravens against the Broncos. And on Sunday night, the Packers play the Bills. And on Monday night, we play the Saints. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time when we face the New Orleans Saints.